There are certain things that will show up in your life. You won't be able to deal with them because you are not a man of prayer. You are not a woman of prayer. You don't spend time in the presence of God. You always give excuses that you are busy with work. You are busy with school. You are busy with this. You are busy with that. How come you always find time for all these things and never find time for God? It's like someone dating and saying, I'm busy with work. I'm busy with this. I'm busy with that. You know what? That woman will dump you and say, I don't want to marry you because you don't have time for me. You say to the Lord you love him, but you never make time for him. You never seek him. You have time for everything. No matter how busy you are, you always make time to eat. You eat. Even at 1 o'clock when you come back from work, you are tired. You go to the fridge. You make some. You eat. No matter how busy you are, you take a shower. How come you don't pray? Fasting is the highest form of prayer that helps us deal with the enemy. Now, there was a time the disciple of Jesus were not fasting. And when they had come to the multitude, a man came to him, kneeling down to him and saying, Lord, have mercy on my son, for he is an epileptic. In other verses, say lunatic, and suffers severely, for he often falls into the fire and often into the water. Verse 16. Look at this. So I brought him to your disciple, but they could not cure him. These are folks who don't fast. They could not cure him. They could not get the demon out because they were not fasting. Now, look at me. Then the disciple came to Jesus privately and said, why could we not cast it out? So Jesus said to them, because of your unbelief. In verse 20. Jesus said to them, because of your unbelief. For assuredly I said to you, if you have faith as a mustard seed, you will say to this mountain, move from here to there, and it will move, and nothing will be impossible for you. And look at verse 21. However, this kind doesn't go out except by prayer and fasting. So the problem wasn't the will of God. So in this matter, it wasn't the will of God for this son, for this guy to be sick. The problem was the men of God were not fasting. The men of God were not praying. Therefore, they could not deal with certain situations. There are certain fights in your life that you don't understand. Second, some diseases that come to your life. There are some problems that come to your family. If you are not a man of prayer, you won't be able to deal with them. You will pray, but they won't go away. Why? Because you don't fast.